Welcome,
Two.
those two chicks on Zoom.
Yep.
Yep. Which actually this worked out great because Lincoln was sick last night, and
Ugh.
I don't think he's like sick. He just had a really bad headache. I don't what kind of freaked me out though. But he couldn't sleep very well, and I was like, "Oh God, please don't let this be the beginning of COVID." Because last time I had COVID, I had such a bad headache. Um,
Yeah.
but he's fine now, so I don't know.
Okay.
But just in case he is sick, I'm glad I didn't take him to your house. I'm having a bad reaction to the acne stuff I'm using.
Oh.
Only because I look at you can see where my real eyebrows are and these fake eyebrows. um, Only because I overdid it. It's not like my skin's having like I'm allergic to it or anything. I just like it said start out only one time a day in the beginning. And I was like,
And
fuck
you
it, I'm
did
doing
5?
two. No, I did
Oh.
2. But it's really intense stuff. And then I also got a facial where we did the facial was amazing, but we did a treatment product stuff because I have such bad acne right now. I shouldn't have done that. So now like down here, my acne is going away, but it's
Okay.
so fucking dry right here. It hurts so bad. It looks like I have eczema. It's so dry. Oh yeah. That's where I'm at right now.
So you hurt
How was your
skin too
week?
much.
You know what? Pretty good. We built, I say we, Jordan, Dan, he built the crib all by himself, and we got the nursery kind of put together. So that was nice. That was a nice, a big checklist on my giant list of things. So that was nice. And then, yesterday I had an appointment in the morning, and it was like measuring the baby and that kind of stuff. And she goes, "Oh, so either your due date is off or you're going to have a big baby." I'm like, "Thanks."
I feel like you're gonna have a big baby just because you guys are all so tall.
That's what I was wondering. Like, maybe. I mean, and Dan came out, he was a tiny baby, and I was average. I was just very long. But she said either my due date's off and I'm actually like a week ahead of what I should be, or he's just going to be long. He's just going to be a long baby.
My kids were both very small but long, but they were small. Like they were only 6-pounders. But the thing is, during the whole measurement thing, they always told me I was like ahead. But that's the thing with those measurements is sometimes they look way bigger, which makes me feel better because I wasn't about to pop out a giant thing.
And that was from my ultrasound. I have another ultrasound to confirm and get some final measurements and things. But yeah, for my ultrasound, they're like, your baby looks a little big. I'm like, don't tell me that.
My vagina doesn't want to hear that right
No.
now. Because that's going to come out of me soon, and I don't want to think about that.
You know what? Let's just not.
It's got to come out eventually.
No, we'll just keep
That's
it.
the hard part. All right. Well, so you're going to go first today.
Yeah.
And it's still spoopy month, guys. So we got to do some spooky stuff. And I told Emma we were going to do something, and then I completely did something different.
Yes.
Listen, what I'm going to tell you about, I was so excited. I messaged you because someone sent me a TikTok video that had this in there. And I was so excited because it actually is, it's about kind of this, it's not about it, but it inspired this movie, this very classic Halloween movie that scares the ever living fuck out of me. Like even to this day, I don't want to watch it. And it's actually inspired from a case that's from Michigan. And I didn't know that. I was so excited. And I was like, oh, I got to tell Emma. So it's kind of like a legend, but also it's a true crime.
Right.
So yeah. So I feel like I was kind of in theme.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I wonder if I'll know what it is.
I think you're going to know.
Okay.
Well, no, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how into scary movies you are. We've never really talked about it. Oh, you're probably going to know.
Okay.
All right, I'll go first. My legend takes place in Dexter, Michigan, which is by Ann Arbor. So, in a long forgotten and hidden cemetery, through weeds and bushes within the woods, not far from the corner of Huron River Drive near Dexter, lies the grave dated back to 1840 of a man rumored to be a warlock.
A warlock?
And his name was Warlock Willie.
Yeah.
What?
Warlock Willie.
And then all the graves in this old cemetery have been so neglected and overgrown for so long that this particular grave has an old oak tree that grew around the stone. And maybe it's because of the location and it is a cemetery, but this tree is creepy looking. And if you happen to find it, you'll see that the grave has since been stolen. Someone stole Willie's grave.
Who the fuck would steal Willie's grave, dude?
What asshole took the grave?
Willie the War. Why are people so shitty though?
I don't know.
Poor Willie.
That's so mean.
I know.
But
Also, what are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. It's
Use it
hanging
as a
up on her
cutting
wall.
board?
Oh, that's cute. Aesthetic.
The stone aesthetic. Very minimalist. Reusing.
We're reuse, recycle. Just go steal us a tombstone.
Steal a grave and chop up carrots to make you a little sushi bowl.
Oh gosh. You know there's probably someone out there who's that's a great idea.
So, dude, it's gonna be on TikTok, guaranteed. 2 months, it's gonna be on TikTok.
But however, even though the stone is gone, and you can still see where it was, there's an indent, where the tree, then there's a stone that's gone. The Warlock's, Willie's human remains are still buried underneath, within the roots of the old tree.
Ew.
The legend says that if you approach the open hollow at the base of the tree, where the gravestone was, and lie down in it, you will experience some kind of entity or demon going through your body, either leaving the grave.
Why would you do that?
For fun.
Go to Chuck E. Cheese. What do you mean?
Go play Uno.
Go play a board game.
I know. You're I should go lie down in this grave.
Oh my god, I'm so bored. What do you want to do today? Well, I was thinking about heading over to Willie's grave because I just want to feel that demon coursing through me again.
But someone out there that doesn't know, because this is a very old grave, I think you'd be oh, this would be just a clear spot or whatever. So I'm ooh, senior photos there. Then they make them sit there.
Mom, I feel weird. Shut up and smile. I'm paying a lot of money for this. Mom. God. She gets possessed.
That's what I think. I think that totally has happened. So either leaving the grave or going back to it. And some say they've seen the shadow before it passed through them. And then in this article I found, we'll link it in the show notes, but says brave souls who ventured into the forgotten boneyard say that the most paranormal time to visit is between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. And this is when the spirits are most active, and apparitions, voices from the graves, vastly different temperatures, hairs stand on end, all sorts of sounds, etc. In fact, it's said that the souls who rest there appreciate anyone who comes by and helps clean up the area. In gratitude, they become active in order for you to experience somewhat supernatural.
That's your tip?
But one more thing. So some say the entire area along Huron River Drive, which that's where the grave is near Dexter, it's in Dexter, is haunted by the deceased members of the old Huron Native American tribe. Which, sure, that makes sense. But these spirits have been spotted traveling down the side of the road and disappearing when approached. And residents in some homes along the road have claimed to have paranormal experiences. But as always, treat cemeteries and rumored haunted places with respect and get permission.
Please don't go and steal a gravestone and use it as a cutting board.
It's so mean. Poor Willie.
I know, Willie. He was just a nice old guy. Could you imagine the cutest little old wizard man named Willie?
Yeah, and I really don't know. It's just a legend for sure, but was he just a little kooky? And they called him a warlock?
Yeah, where did this come from? Did his gravestones?
Well, it was dated back to 1840, so I'm assuming that's when he died. I don't know though. I don't know his death. And it's so overgrown.
Do they know that there's bones actually down there, or they just say that? We gotta go get your shovel. We gotta let the people know.
Well, that's our next podcast. We're gonna go and see if Willie's down there.
We'll vlog it. Come join us while we dig up Willie the Wizard's grave.
Yeah. Bones as decor.
Some very aesthetic music behind it. It'll be like do 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 do.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to dig a grave up. Good plan. I love that.
That's like not offensive at all.
No, we won't get canceled for that.
No, we'll make like we'll use his remains as like, if there are anything, is like anything that's left, we'll make like earrings.
Yeah, if anything, it's like a sign of respect. No one else is taking care of his bones. You know what I mean?
But there's no information on him either. Because I was like, I wonder what like Willie's name was. So I guess if you're from the area and you might know a little bit more.
Willard.
I know his last name. Willie Willard, the Warlock.
Willie Willard. Willie Willard Warlock.
That was definitely his name. But I know nothing about him. I don't know why he was considered a warlock or anything.
I love fucking urban legend shit. Where'd that come from? Why? You know? Like, who decided that?
Oh,
So stupid.
Anyway, that's all I have.
All right. Well, that was good. Thank you.
guess what?
What?
I had like a hard time yesterday in the shower because I kept thinking about this. Shower thoughts with Emma.
I was worried what you were having a hard time with in the shower, but now that you said a thought, I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, it was a thought. We're fine in the shower. We just get in, pee, and get out.
Couldn't reach my butt crack today.
Okay, marshmallow.
Okay.
Marshmallows are spelled marsh, and then instead of mellow, it's M-A-L-L-O.
Mallow.
Right, but if you Google Translate it, the lady on Google Translate even says marshmallow. But then I've heard someone, it was like online or something, someone said marshmallow. I'm like, what an idiot. But then I look at the spelling, I'm like, well, if you were to sound that out, it'd be a marshmallow.
That's true.
What do you say?
Marshmallow.
Me too.
Marshmallow. Marshmallow.
Marshmallow. I always say marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Right, but that's not how it's
But
spelled.
I've heard people call them.
Odd.
I've heard people just call them mallows.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why.
So there's your thought for today on Friday.
Comment below. Do you say marshmallow, marshmallow, or mallow?
We'll review the results next week while we're digging up Willie's grave.
Come join us digging up the grave while we learn how to say marshmallow.
But isn't that so weird?
That is so weird.
But anyway, that's your thought. You can share that with Lucas today.
Fun fact. Some people say mallow. Okay.
I just want to know.
I mean, that's the thing about English, though, is that it makes no fucking sense half the time.
No. Even Google Translate will show you how to say it, and it does say mellow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but why?
Who decided this?
I don't know.
Whoever decided to name Willie, the Warlock.
It was Willie himself.
Willis.
Willis Willard, the Warlock. All right, it's your turn.
Now, I said earlier that the case I'm going to tell you about inspired a very famous horror movie. And I'm kind of wondering if I should tell you the movie first or if I should tell you the case and then you tell me what the movie was. It's going to be really obvious once I tell you about the case. So maybe we should just do it that way. Why are you making that face?
I'm thinking.
You're like this.
Like I'm not going to get it. I'm going to guess every other movie.
Okay, that's okay.
We'll see.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the case of Dennis DePoe. I think it's DePoe. Okay. And the murder of his wife, Marilyn. Okay, so Dennis's wife was reported missing on April 15th, 1990. Neighbors immediately suspected that her husband, Dennis, was behind her disappearance, as it was well known that the DePoes had a rocky marriage. It was suggested that maybe Dennis snapped when Marilyn filed for a much-needed divorce. In reality, after severely beating her in front of their 3 children, Dennis DePoe pretended that he was going to take Marilyn to the hospital, but instead shot her in the back of the head.
Oh.
Fucked up. Now, while dumping his wife's body, DePoe assumed that he was alone, since it was rare for anyone to drive along the desolate Michigan back roads where he was located. However, Ray and Marie Thornton were driving along that particular stretch of road at that very moment and found themselves bearing witness to Dennis disposing of Marilyn's corpse behind a church. The corpse was wrapped in a bloody sheet. Before they could fully comprehend what was happening, Dennis was in his van, following close behind them for several miles, and then disappearing completely until March of 1991. The chase between Dennis and the Thorntons should seem familiar to anyone who has watched the film.
I know, this sounds really familiar. Let me think. Wait, do I get the year of the case? Does that help
you
me
can't,
at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because it's an okay. This movie is like wildly different from the case, but there's a particular part of the case that inspired, like, if you know the movie, you know.
And it's with them driving.
Mm-hmm.
The chase scene. I think I know what it is.
Okay.
But now I'm afraid to say it because what if it's like completely off?
Well, that's okay. It's not like I'm quizzing. I mean, you're not like going to be wrong. I mean, you can be wrong, but I'm not going to give you like an F.
No, you are.
In my head, I will.
You're like, what an idiot. Stupid. Okay, I think I know the movie. I think it's Jeepers Creepers.
Creepers! You're
I
right.
was right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeepers Creepers. So for anyone who doesn't know Jeepers Creepers, go watch the fucking movie. Stupid. No, not actually. But because it's very scary. But the creature, like the two teens see the creature like dumping bodies, and then he chases them in their creepy van. I fucking hate, the reason that got me is because that is the creepiest fucking shit. I hate that fucking movie. Like, even when I'm driving now, like by a cornfield, I can see that fucking creepy fucker jumping through the corn and shit. He like, he jumps super far and everything. Let me show you what the real guy looks like. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Why won't it pick it up? Why is it do? Oh, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
He's in Jeepers Creepers.
What if they make him sit in the seat next to us?
Yeah, he's a little creepy looking.
Horrifying.
Jeepers Creepers.
Stop it.
See, anytime I see a cornfield, I think of Children of the Corn.
I never really watched Children of the Corn.
It's kind of dumb. You should watch it. It's funny.
But I hate
it's
children.
Like, it's a horror movie. We all hate children, but but it's like so old, supposed to be scary, but it's just super funny.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it today.
Well, you also need to watch Best of Show.
What's that?
It's not a horror movie, but it's about a dog show, and it's like a comedy, but Jennifer Coolidge is in it.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. I was like, why am I going to watch a dog show today?
It's so funny.
I thought you meant like a real dog show.
No.
This chick showed me her wiener dog yesterday. It was the cutest dog I've ever seen in my life.
Ooh.
Just so you know. Her name's
Noodle.
Fan
of wiener dogs, but sometimes they are kind of cute.
That was a cute ass wiener dog. That's a cute wiener.
I saw Jennifer Coolidge on a Walmart commercial the other day.
Oh, you did? Jennifer Coolidge is in a new show, a creepy show on Netflix. People say it's really good.
Really?
Called The Watcher. I've heard it's really good.
Oh,
maybe we should watch it.
We should watch The Watcher.
Let's watch The Watcher, and we'll talk about it next episode.
Okay.
I mean, we'll probably have something else to talk about, but we can at least give a little review.
Yeah, we'll do something else.
I wonder if she talks like this. Because I wouldn't be very scared if I watched a movie she talked like this, you dumbass. It would be some good comic relief.
All right, well, let's watch The Watcher.
Okay, you guys watch The Watcher too, so you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. You have until Friday.
Next Friday.
And then you can be a part of it.
Well, wait. Because when you guys, so you have a week. So get on it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a good episode.
Yeah.
I think we did good.
So what happened to this guy?
Oh. Let me look it up. Hold on. It's
I don't
unsolved
like it.
mystery.
It's unsolved?
Yeah. He's wanted.
Oh.
He's been missing.
What?
That's even fucking scarier.
Oh, I'm glad we looked this up.
Oh my god, guys. He's probably like fucking waiting to come out like Jeepers Creepers.
Probably. Wait, he was 40. He was 46. When was the murder? 1991. And he was 46.
This has way more information. Hold on.
Yeah, he was born in 1943 in Sturgis, Michigan. Oh, he died
Yeah.
in 91 in Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Hold on. Listen to this. We got to go over this. Hold on. Put this into my story. I'm going to read this to you again.
Okay.
Because this is way different than what my article said. Like I said, he told the children that he was taking the mom to the hospital. However, they never arrived there. An immediate and widespread search began for them. Later that afternoon, Ray and Marie Thornton, were going on a Sunday drive on Snow Perry Road near Coldwater when a speeding van passed them. They noticed that its license plate began with GZ, but did not pay much attention until a few minutes later as they passed an abandoned school, which my article said a church.
Ooh.
An abandoned school where Marie noticed the driver carrying a bloody sheet behind it. Minutes later, the van pulled up behind them, and he followed them before turning off the highway. They noticed the van pulled off to the side of the road, and when they turned around, they noticed the driver was changing the license plate. They also noticed blood on the passenger side door. They decided to return to the school where they found the bloody sheet in an animal hole. After they contacted the police, they learned that the man they had seen was Dennis. Tire tracks at the school belonged to Dennis's van, and the blood on the sheet was Marilyn's. Based on the evidence, it appeared that he had killed her. However, it wasn't until the next day that it was confirmed. Highway workers discovered her body near a deserted road in Bethel Township. She had been shot once in the back of the head. A few days later, Dennis sent several bizarre, rambling letters to friends and family. In them, he tried to justify Marilyn's death. Altogether, he sent a total of 17 letters postmarked in Virginia, Iowa, and Oklahoma. Now, the case aired on Unsolved Mysteries, and it was called Man with a Van. And but here's the thing. It was solved because at 8:30 p.m. on the night of the broadcast, a woman named Mary arrived at her home outside Dallas, Texas. Her boyfriend, Hank Queen, was already there. His van parked in the driveway, which was out of the ordinary because he usually kept it inside the garage. When she came inside, he told her that his mother was very ill and that he needed to make an emergency trip home. He asked her to make him sandwiches for the trip. She felt like something else was going on, but she was not sure what that was. As he gathered up his clothes and some personal items, he gave her instructions on preparing food for his trip. After putting his belongings in the van, he said goodbye to her. She could tell something was troubling him, and she had a feeling she would never see him again. Later that night, she was shocked to learn that Hank was actually Dennis, and he had just been featured on the broadcast. She believes that he was watching the show and deliberately keeping her distracted in the kitchen so that she would not see and he could leave. But she had been suspicious of him in the past, asking a private investigator to look into him, but nothing was found at the time. She reported his license plate, and 4 hours later, his life came to a violent end just across the Louisiana-Mississippi state border. When Louisiana state troopers spotted his van, they attempted to pull him over, and he led police on a 15-mile high-speed chase and broke through 2 police barricades. And at the end of this, he dies. So, I mean, that's kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And he didn't die until March of the next year after he murdered his wife. So he had like a whole year where he was just living his life as Hank Queen, which like kind of a stupid name.
Yeah, there's a lot of other names.
Hank Queen. Fucking weirdo.
Not the best decision, but
I can't believe he got away with it for that long. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't research too good.
Well, I'm glad that we looked it up, though.
Yeah, well, because I was more interested in the movie, but it was actually a pretty interesting case on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. And we only have I think we only have we have this episode and next episode, and that's it for spooky.
Oh,
which kind of sucks.
that was quick.
I mean, I know. How is October already almost over?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, join us next week, though. We'll watch The Watcher.
Yes, we're gonna
on
watch
that.
The Watcher. Okay.
And then we will have something spooky for our last spooky episode.
We're gonna kill somebody. I don't know. We're gonna dig up the bones.
We do have to think of something kind of cool for our last episode. I don't know what yet, but
Me neither.
yeah,
I'll think about it when I'm going poop in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Well, bye, guys. Bye, Emma.
See ya. Bye.
See you later. Bye. Bye.